Going into the holiday season, we will surely eat one too many slices of pie, or perhaps the whole pie. People tend to gain slightly more weight during this time of year and then keep it on, which ultimately results in a dieting phase right around New Year's with a super cram sesh right before spring break. But have you ever wondered about all the other fad diets of history, way before you started looking at that gluten-free vegan green tea cookies? That's what I always look at. The Graham Diet. Minister Sylvester Graham created a diet around 1830 which consisted of high fiber foods emphasizing vegetables and whole grains but excluded milk, meats, spices, flavor, and fun. He created the diet to cure sexual urges and alcoholism. But if you think about it, a diet that is so bland would actually make people want to drink and get frisky, right? I know some pretty wild vegans, by the way. A result of this diet, his followers called Grahamites, not nearly as cool as Wikipediacs, created graham crackers, a mildly sweet whole grain cracker of which we still have today, although the original ones were super bland. The Hollywood Diet. This is the OG diet for SoCal. It was made popular in the 1930s and revolved around eating a half grapefruit at every meal, or for turbocharging the results as your meal. The claim was that eating grapefruit would boost metabolism if eaten before other low-carb foods. It's basically the Atkins Diet, but you throw in a grapefruit and coffee. The problem is, grapefruit isn't a magical fruit that just burns fat. By itself, it's super healthy, but as a diet scheme, science really doesn't support its claims. Most research shows that eating a grapefruit before a meal did nothing more than make one feel fuller because a grapefruit is mostly water, but it didn't actually burn more fat. Deal a meal. This is pretty outrageous. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you this video. Check this out. This is Richard Simmons and his deal meal. It's basically Richard Simmons and Monopoly.
Deal a Meal divides the food groups into 6 colors of playing cards. Meats are red, veggies green, fruits pink, dairy blue, fats yellow, and breads brown. You start the day with a set number of cards on the left side of your Deal a Meal wallet. Every time you eat, you buy your food by moving the appropriate card to the slots on the right. When you're out of cards on the left, you're done eating for the day. With these cards, you can finally control your calories without counting them.
Before P90X and Instagram models, there was Richard Simmons. He's the definition of an 80s workout video, and he made a diet. It's basically making a game out of what you should eat for your meals and keeps you on track to eat a balanced diet. It's actually pretty cool, but I can see people abusing the system immediately. I mean, a gallon of ice cream counts as a dairy, right? The Alkaline Diet. This diet requires you to cut out meat, dairy, sweets, caffeine, alcohol, and your will for living. The idea is that by restricting certain foods, you balance a specific pH level in your body and then will lose weight. The problem is, your body is super efficient at maintaining pH levels. Also, there's no correlation between pH and weight loss. My suggestion, bring back the beer. The Blood Type Diet, ideal for vampires looking to lose a few extra pounds. This diet was developed by naturopathic physician Peter D'Adamo. The idea is that certain foods you eat react chemically different based on your blood type. For example, type A blood people go vegetarian, while those with type B avoid chicken, corn, wheat, tomatoes, peanuts, and sesame seeds. The issue here is that there is no scientific data or proof that your blood type affects weight loss at all. If you're more into moonwalking than sucking blood, this is the diet for you. It's called the Werewolf Diet, which requires you to fast according to the lunar calendar. On a full moon, you only eat unsuspecting strangers in the woods, and by that, I mean actually only drinking water and juice. The problem with this diet is, other than needing new clothes from sudden werewolf outbursts, is that you're basically just not eating following the lunar calendar, which of course will make you lose weight because you're not eating. But that'll happen if you do that any time of the month. So, no thriller here. So, yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? No thriller. It's no thriller that it didn't work, get it? No. This diet, however, will certainly thrill you. The Cookie Diet, which sounds amazing, but you must read the fine print. This diet has you eat nothing but cookies. Sort of. The diet calls for eating 500 to 600 calories a day from high protein and high fiber weight loss cookies, coupled with a normal dinner, generating around 1,200 calories a day. So there's really nothing special here with this diet. You fast with the cookies and then binge with the dinner, which I would assume people are probably gonna go way over that 600 calorie limit for dinner, especially if they're just eating a cookie all day long. Note that this diet is not recommended for Sesame Street characters, and Cookie Crisps, they don't qualify here. The 5-Bite Diet. The name pretty much gives it away. This diet says eat whatever you want, but only 5 bites. But did they factor in that all mouths are not proportionate to body size? I mean, have you ever given your girlfriend or boyfriend just 1 bite of your pizza? You know what I'm talking about, right? It's always technically just like, I'll have 1 bite, and then half of it's gone. I'll never forgive you, Samantha. This diet actually calls for you to skip breakfast and eat 5 bites of food for lunch and dinner. But does a stick of butter count as food? I mean, it's just 5 bites. It's the entire stick of butter. The Lemonade Diet, or Master Cleanse. This diet basically has you survive on lemon juice, maple syrup, and cayenne pepper mixed with water. Lemon juice is a diuretic, meaning you're gonna pee a lot, and the lack of fiber could make you constipated. I'd much rather take my chances with the cookie diet. The baby food diet. Apparently, baby food isn't just for babies anymore. Hopefully this diet doesn't make your poop smell like baby poop, though it's atrocious. The idea here is that you replace breakfast and lunch with about 14 jars of baby food, which only have about 2,200 calories per jar. You then eat a low-calorie diet, take 2 naps, and urinate in whatever you're wearing. So this one won't hurt you, but carrying around baby food everywhere you go is not gonna score you any hot dates anytime soon. This diet, I think I could get down with. But probably because I'm Eastern European by genetic code. The Cabbage Diet. This diet takes advantage of cabbage soup's high nutrition, but low calorie content. Eating this soup 2 to 3 times a day for a week will certainly yield weight loss. The only issue here is that this diet lacks carbohydrates and lean fats and proteins needed for keeping a slim body mass. And cabbage soup can lead to bloating and gas. But I mean, there's 2 ways of looking at this. You know, you can be like, I don't want gas, that's bad. Or you can be like, perfect. I've been looking forward to Dutch ovening my girlfriend for weeks. Now here's one myself, college kids in Snow White could really get into. The Sleeping Diet. If you're sleeping, you're not eating. This sounds incredibly unsafe. The diet encourages people to use sedatives to stay asleep for days on end to lose weight. Also known as going into a coma. This is legit the most dangerous diet we have mentioned so far. When you become sedated, especially if you're not going under with the consistent monitoring of an anesthesiologist, there's a good chance you're never gonna wake up. You're gonna die. Seriously, like legit, never try this one at home. Like, never. This is unbelievably dangerous. The HCG Diet. Abbreviations always make me kind of nervous when they're not like fun acronyms, you know? HCG stands for human chorionic gonadotropin, which is a hormone that is used to treat fertility issues in women. It's also been rumored as an appetite suppressant. 1, I don't like needles. 2, my eggs are just fine. Because cooking for one is just so hard. I present to you the Tapeworm Diet. We both already know this one's gonna be a really, really bad idea. But here's how this is actually done. Number 1, digest the tapeworm eggs and let a tapeworm eat the food inside of you. Number 2, lose weight and sanity from knowing that there's actually a live creature inside of you also eating your food. Number 3, call a doctor to get anti-worm medication and a new soul, because that is absolutely soulless. Do not ever do this, you disgusting humans. The most serious problem here is that tapeworms can go into other parts of your body and can cause serious medical conditions. Seriously, legit, just don't do the tapeworm diet. That is, just don't do it. The cotton ball diet. This one doesn't have a nickname because you actually eat the cotton balls. Here's how this goes. You soak cotton balls in orange juice and eat them. Yes. Whoa! Yeah, okay. That's like, there's like not even like a maniac pseudoscientist here trying to sell you on this one. You literally just like eat the cotton balls. The diet is thought to have come out of rumors and then spread on social media. Okay, but look, number 1, eating anything that is not food can cause blockages in your intestines. That's not good. And number 2, many cotton balls are actually bleached synthetic fibers. So yeah, that's not good for you. The Nazi diet. And no, not referencing the soup Nazi. There's no soup for you in this diet. The diet mirrors the eating restrictions placed on Russians when the city of Leningrad was taken over by the Germans during World War II. The diet consists of 14 slices of bread and a half cup of vodka a day. This is insanely unhealthy, and everything is wrong with this plan. Everything. And if there's one thing that I've ever learned from Indiana Jones, it's that the Nazis always lose. Always. Ain't nobody got time for carbs. The Atkins Diet. Right around the same time Nelly was blowing up, so was this no carbs diet that touted bacon, butter, and pork rinds were totally cool, man. Just go ahead and eat them all up. Just don't touch the bread! The diet actually works because you're starving yourself of carbohydrates, which are also needed to sustain life. The plan here is that you go wild with meat and fish and eggs, cheese, butter, and oils, then slowly add more carbs until you have a balanced meal. However, most people forgot that last step, about the balanced meal part. Like most fad diets, the beginning is attributed to water weight loss, and the real substantial gains come from eating a healthy, balanced diet. The bacon though, any diet that says you can eat bacon, it's pretty awesome. The cigarette diet, which will leave you smoking hot. Just kidding, probably dead. In 1925, Lucky Strike launched an ad campaign encouraging women to smoke for weight loss. Yes, you heard that correctly. The ad campaign read, quote, "For a slender figure, reach for a Lucky instead of a sweet." Nicotine found in cigarettes is a powerful appetite suppressor, but cigarettes can also cost you your jaw, teeth, throat, lungs, and life. So yeah, I'm totally okay with like the bloating and the gas of the cabbage soup diet compared to this one. The Flecherizing Diet. Chewing your food is always a good idea, but this dude took it to the next level. In the 1800s, Horace Fletcher claimed that chewing all of your food, even liquids, have no clue how that works, at least 100 times before swallowing would promote healthy digestion and therefore weight loss. Fletcherizing swept the nation. Someday people will talk about dabbing this way. While chewing your food, is always a solid idea, over-chewing doesn't lead to any special benefit. The Breatharian Diet. Certainly one of the weirder ones on the list, for sure. This diet is actually, not joking here, okay, based on going outside, taking in the air, sunlight, and natural sounds in lieu of eating. So like not consuming calories and just focusing on being one with nature. And you thought your wheatgrass shot was pushing the limits. The Twinkie Diet. Some things are just too good to be true, and this is absolutely no exception. This diet works by eating nothing but Twinkies. The diet states that you could eat 10 Twinkies and only consume around 1,500 calories. And that you would eventually get so sick and tired of eating Twinkies, you might not eat at all. The premise is the same as the nothing but chocolate diet, which is incredibly inventive, unhealthy, and kind of traumatic if you like Twinkies. Like wine? Good. You'll get drunk on this diet. Back in 1690, Hannah Wooley's book, The Lady's Dictionary, suggested bathing in different liquids would help you lose weight. One of those delicious liquids was wine. But before you think you can Chardonnay your way to slimness, the diet calls for you bathing in wine that is fused with wormwood, calamine, chamomile, and sage. Probably don't want to drink this wine, both because it's infused with disgusting herbs and your filthy body was also bathing in it. Want a diet where you actually get to participate in the drinking? Look no further, my benders. The Drinking Man's Diet, created by Robert Cameron, hypothesized drinking hard alcohol at every meal could help make you drunk. Well, of course, actually help make you thin, or at least not make you gain weight. The idea is that hard alcohol is low in carbohydrates, so it's kind of riffing on the whole Atkins Diet thing here. I wouldn't recommend this to anyone. Maybe a pirate though. I mean, really, pirates, but really no one else. Yarr! This is the best diet ever. Yarr. If you're feeling dirty after all this drinking, this diet is perfect for you. This slimming soap diet. Back in the 1930s, a soap was marketed to housewives that supposedly had the ability to remove fat and tighten skin with this simple lather. The active ingredient, potassium chloride, is known to tighten skin temporarily, but certainly won't actually shed the pounds. At first, I thought this was one of those diets that's like suggesting that you should eat this soap for 17 days, but I'm endorsing neither of these ideas. When all else fails, there's the last chance diet, which actually may be your last chance of dieting because many people didn't survive this diet. Developed by Dr. Roger Lynn, this diet has you drink low-calorie citrus-flavored shakes comprised of collagen protein made from animal bones, tendons, horns, and hooves. The problem is the drink has super low nutrients and electrolytes, leading to heart attacks. So the hard alcohol diet sounds pretty good in comparison. Yarr! It is much better. If dieting in the natural realm isn't working for you, perhaps call the help of a higher power. The Hallelujah Diet, created in 1902 by Reverend George Malcolmus, called for eating only things that could be found in the Garden of Eden. The diet is actually pretty nutritionally sound, and it promotes things like plant-based, holistic, clean foods, which I find to be really good. But I feel like they really missed their marketing opportunity here. They could have had a whole line of pre-made meals under the name Garden of Eden, holier than chow. I'm available for anyone's marketing needs. Not a fan of gators, mosquitoes, or jambalaya? Perfect! We've got the match for you. According to the 17th century writer Thomas Short, most overweight people live next to swamps. So by moving away from the swamp, he said that you would lose weight. His book was called The Causes and Effects of Corpulence, which is a fancy word for the state of obesity. But the title of his book couldn't really be more ironic because he got it perfectly backwards. Thank you so much for watching, and what do you guys think? Which diet is like totally the weirdest, the wildest, the one you'd be like, I would never do that in a million years? And are there any of these diets that really like totally grossed you out or like stunned you and you're like, I can't believe anyone would ever do that ever? I think the Tapeworm Diet is the one for me. But let me know in the comment section below, and if you like this video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button. We have new videos every Tuesday and every Friday. On Tuesdays, we have Wikipedias and top 27 facts like this video. And on Fridays, we have Will It Blow, which is a series where we just blow stuff up out in the desert. And I'll see you really soon.